Good evening, everybody. Hope everybody's well and you had a good week. I had a very hectic week, and I'm really sorry that I took so long to bring another video, but I had a lot of serious setbacks. So I'm really hoping that I won't have to take this long to do another video again, but it couldn't be helped. Anyway, what I wanted to do today is to discuss some basic table and dining etiquette. I was between whether or not I should actually show you all to do the table setting or I should talk about this first, and I decided let me talk about this first. So we're going to have some table talk today, and what I wanted to discuss, because I think that some of us have some challenges and we're not confident when we go out to dine, especially if we see a table is fully set with all these settings and we wonder, okay, what is this for, what is that for? Now, I don't have all the settings today because, as I said, it's a basic table and dining etiquette that we're going through, and we're going to discuss this together. And at the end of the video, I would appreciate if you all can make your comments. You can also follow me on Instagram at Elena Alain, and you can ask me any questions you want there pertaining to this or any other things that I've discussed in my previous videos. All right. So as you can see, I have in front of me a beautiful setting. It's a basic setting for a 3-course meal. So I have the soup spoon, I have the joint knife, I have the joint fork, I have my sweet spoon, and I have my dessert fork. I also have my water goblet, my white wine glass, and my red wine glass. Now, the reason why I really wanted to do this video as well is because a lot of times when people go out to dine, it's actually for a job interview. So employers, depending on the type of business that it is, employers would like to see you in that sort of setting. And so they may ask you to come out for lunch or an evening meal. And it's not to, yes, it's to see how you would answer and how you handle yourself during the interview, but they also are testing you in terms of how you eat at the table. Yes, believe it or not. And unfortunately, a lot of people have failed in that area. During my time in the hotel and restaurant industry, believe it or not, I've seen a lot of professionals who would have done the wrong thing at the table, or they may not have known exactly what cutlery or utensils to use for a certain meal. For example, what I saw is that during the appetizer, the soup, they would leave the soup spoon and they will take up the sweet spoon or dessert spoon to drink their soup. So we don't want that when we go out to dine, we are faced with that situation and we are embarrassed and we don't have that confidence, okay? So like I said, this is going to be basic. I may kind of branch over into a little more advanced stuff, but I don't want to discuss everything in this video because it is a lot and I don't want to bore you guys. So I'm trying to make this as lively as possible and not have you all think that, oh my God, this is so overwhelming. All right, so usually when we go to dine, we know the basic thing that we have always heard since we were a child: do not put your elbows on the table. So you actually can put your elbows on the table if there are no meals on the table, or it's a very casual lunch and everyone has finished eat and there is nothing else on the table. So putting your elbows on the table then would be just fine. So then we have our serviette. Remember in my napkin folding video, I told you all that this napkin is also called the serviette, and there are 2 ways that you can put your serviette on your body. First, you can put it on your chest like this, or you can put it on your lap. But today I have on my, well, you can't see it, I'll show you all after. I have my character on my jersey, so that's made it. All right, and so what we do, we can put the napkin on our laps. Okay, so now that we have our napkins on our lap or on our chest, I didn't show you all, I also have soup spoon and underliner because I just want to do a demonstration on how you would drink your soup. I have the main course plates and I have a show plate or a plate charger. It's called a show plate or plate charger. And what that show plate, it's on the table, and usually there will be different courses, especially if you're having like a 4-course meal, 5-course meal. So this plate charger is there, and what it does, it is pretty, so it's a very large decorative plate, but what it does is it houses every course that is done at the table. So first, if you have your soup, the soup will be here. All right. All right, so you have your soup, okay? And of course, if you have your salad and main course, it goes here. So it's pretty, and it also protects the tablecloth from becoming very dirty. So I guess that's it. All right, so I was talking about your appetizer and main course. We also have the condiments, which would be your salt and pepper shaker, which is this. All right, and what else? Depending on the setting of the table, you may also have your teacup and underliner. And the handle is set at 4 o'clock, so it's very easy to pick up the teacup, okay? I know I'm probably a little bit all over the place, but we'll get there. All right, so let's first talk about having soup. Now, this is a basic 3-course meal. So let's say the server brings our soup. All right, so what we do is when we have the soup, we place it this way. So we're scooping the soup spoon. Can you all see? All right, so let me move the wine glasses. All right, so I hope you all can see. All right, so what you're doing is you're scooping the soup. I'm just leaning the bowl down this way so you can actually see. All right, so you're scooping it down this away from you and bringing it this way. You lean your body a bit forward and you bring the spoon to your mouth. You continue like that, scoop away, bring the soup spoon to your mouth. When you're coming to the end of the soup, you don't, all right, or no. Okay, so what you do is you lean the soup bowl slightly towards you, and now the soup spoon comes forward. Lean, put it towards you. Now, whenever you start a meal, you don't ever put the utensil back on the table like that. So after you finish drinking your soup, you would put the used soup spoon at the side plate like that. And that goes for the other utensils. Once you start using it, do not put it back on the table. Okay? Now, once again, I'm jumping the gun. I want to talk a bit about when you go out on a business lunch or an evening business dinner. Let's say, for example, your potential employer invites you out to a fine dining restaurant for an interview. Now, my advice would be to make sure and eat at home before you go. So you're not going hungry so that you want to order everything on the menu. Okay, so you don't want to be like this with the menu and okay, so I'll have the soup, I like the salad, I like the shrimp cocktail with baked potato, steak well done, vegetable au gratin, and then I'll have the peach cobbler, because sometimes your employer might be just testing you to see whether or not you're going to be running up the company's credit card bill. So if I was you, I would advise, I would not order a full meal unless you are offered. Okay, so order something very light and don't overdo the ordering on the menu. Okay, another thing I would advise is avoid drinking alcohol. If you go out on an evening interview or lunch interview, you should try and stay with non-alcoholic drinks. And of course, another tip would be wait until the host or hostess has started eating, then you can eat, even though your meal may have come out first. Okay, we good? All right. Okay, so after the server would come and clear your soup bowl, I'm just putting this, let me put this here. And let's talk a bit about eating our meal. Okay, so let's say we've ordered and our meal is in front of us. How do we handle our cutlery? So this is your cutlery and this is your flatware. This, in terms, I hope that you can actually see. You would let me know if you can see it, okay? And what you will do, especially for your entree, which would be your meat, either it's steak or chicken or fish, you have your fork here, and then you use your cutlery to cut, okay? And then you eat. Now there are two ways to eat while you're dining. There's the American style way, and then there's the continental style or English style. Okay, the English style is once you start eating, the cutlery remains in your hand and you eat. The American style way is after you cut, you take your cutlery, place it here, exchange it in your hand, and you eat. Once again, European style or continental, you're cutting and eating, cutlery remains in your hand, and food goes to your mouth. American style, cut, cutlery goes to the top of your plate, it's exchanged, and you eat. All right? Let's say, and don't forget to not put the cutlery back on the table once it's in use. So, let's say you are not happy with your meal. What is the indication you will give to your server on your plate that you're not happy with your meal? So it's not calling the server over to the table and cursing him out, all right? It's not that. The indication you will give is this. So you will put the fork and the cutlery intertwined like this. Hopefully you all can see. And this would be an indication that you're not happy with your meal. When the fork, your flatware, and your cutlery is open like this, it shows that you're still eating. That's the indication that you are still eating. All right? When you're finished eating, you can place both your knife and your flatware vertically, and this would be an indication that you're through with your meal. And if the meal is really good and really excellent, you can place your cutlery and your fork horizontally, and this will tell your server that you really enjoyed your meal. All right, how am I going so far? You're all following me? Okay, don't forget to leave your comments at the bottom and as well as your questions, okay? All right. Okay, so I took a short break and we're back to discuss some basic dining and table etiquette. Now, I don't know everything, but based on my experience and some workshops I did on dining etiquette and business protocol, I think that some of the knowledge that I have, I can share it with you guys, okay? So, after we finish eating and our server has taken away our meal, so I'll just put this aside. There is something else I wanted to discuss, something that we do when we are finished eating. Sometimes when we finish eating, we tend to do this. Push the plate away. No, we don't do that. We leave the plate as is and we let our server come and take it away. Another thing that we do is, for example, I have other people with me and then I realize everybody is finished eating. Then I say, okay, Joe, you pass your plate. Paula, you pass your plate. And then I take everybody's plate and I pile it up in front of me. And then I call the server, come, yeah, we finished eating. Don't do that either, okay? Those are what we call faux pas at the table. We don't do those things, all right? Okay, so we finished eating. I'm just putting this aside so you all can see. All right, and now what we have is our dessert fork and our teaspoon. And usually the server will bring it down for us, or we can do it ourselves. So we can do this and this. The fork is on our left, the spoon is on our right. Condiments would have to be removed, and once you wish to have dessert, whether it's tea, coffee, you can have this here. Like I said, depending on the setting, there will already be your teacup and saucer on the table. Other occasions, the server will bring it for you when you have ordered what you'd like to have for dessert. All right, make sure handle is at 4 so you can turn it over and then you can have this. If for whatever reason you do not want to have any water, what you will do is you will take your goblet and put it upside down. The same goes if you do not wish to have any wine, you can take your glass and put it upside down. And that would be an indication to the server that you do not wish to have any water or wine. All right? Okay, so what else am I forgetting? Like I said, this is basic dining and table etiquette. And after you're finished eating, please do not take your serviette to wipe your entire mouth. You can take your serviette and you can use it to tap the corners of your mouth. Tap, 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 tap. If you are leaving your table, please do not say, excuse me, I need to go to the washroom. No, that's a faux pas. All you need to say is, please excuse me, I'll be right back. And when you get up to leave your table, so you take your napkin and place it on your chair, and your server, if they know service really good, They will take your napkin, fold it nicely for you, place it back on your table so that when you come back, your napkin is nicely placed back on your table. And of course, once dining is still going on, you will take your napkin and place it back on your lap or on your chest. Also, a couple more things. Let's say all right, so you're finished eating and you've placed your cutlery and your flatware nicely on your plate. Do not take your napkin and do this. That is also a faux pas. And those are things that we actually do when we go out to dine. Please remember that if you're going on a business lunch or dinner, here are some tips. 1, wait until the hostess or the host orders and the meal is out, then you can eat. Do not eat and the person who invites you out for lunch is still waiting for their meal. Okay? Secondly, if you're going on a business lunch or evening, make sure you eat at home so you don't over order and make your potential employer feel that you're going to rack up the company business card because you eat a lot. All right? 3, if you can, avoid alcohol. If the person, he or she, offers you alcohol, like a glass of wine, maybe yes, you can engage, but my advice would be to avoid it and you can stick with the non-alcoholic drinks. 3, remember all the tips I showed you with your napkins. Do not take your napkins, ladies. Wipe your mouth with the lipstick. You can just gently tap at the corners of your mouth, and once you're through with your napkin, please do not put it on the plate. All right? So that brings us to the end of our table talk. Hope that you all enjoyed my discussion. And once again, if you have any questions, you can follow me on Instagram at Elena Alain, or you can leave a comment below. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, what do I say at the end? Subscribe. So I'll see you all next video and take care until then. Bye. Now I know I said goodbye, but I forgot to show you all my t-shirt. So I want to show you all what made it on a t-shirt. My character, isn't it cute? Done by Dee's Branding. Thank you, Dee, did a great job. So I'll be doing some more t-shirts in different colors, and I'll have like my apron with my logo and stuff like that. I'm so excited. So cute. Yeah. Okay, I'll see you all next video. Okay, take care. Bye.